So, this is going to be uh, obviously a video about the just thoughts, opinions, theories. Not gonna try not to get into too many theories about how it's all gonna end and all this bullshit. I kind of just want to take it easy, baby. Take it as it comes. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be episode 3, Game of Thrones, the final season, um, the long night, and a long night it was. First of all, I just want to say that my favorite parts of episode 3 was with homegirl Melisandre, the Red Woman. From the beginning of the episode to, by the way, obviously there's going to be spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, go watch something else, obviously. But anyway, my favorite part of the episode or moments were the ones with Melisandre. I like how they gave her character a shine from beginning to end, and she's a character I didn't really expect. She just had some pretty awesome moments throughout the shows, seasons 2 through 7. I don't know, was she in season 1? I'm not too sure, but she's had some amazing moments within the show, and I didn't really expect her to have such a huge role in this episode, or even just going forward. And it was pretty cool that her character got that shine one last time. That was pretty cool. So I don't even remember how many people died as far as I don't want to say main characters, but obviously Lyanna Mormont was that was the heart stabber for a lot of people. And when I rewatched the episode today, and that was probably the moment that kind of just gave me chills or whatever, when she's just running at the giant, and it's just it was adorable yet brutal yet painful yet amazing, all wrapped into one emotion. So that was pretty cool. What else? So I mean, it was pretty much a 90-minute battle. There wasn't any there was a few, but there wasn't a lot of those vintage Game of Thrones moments where there's just a 5-minute scene of just amazing dialogue between a one-on-one dialogue with one character on this side, one character on that side, kind of thing, which is what Game of Thrones excels at, and in my opinion, that's what the show's all about. But yeah, I mean, it was essentially pretty much a 90-minute battle, and it was a lot to soak in. I guess it felt overwhelming at times, and it's just okay, battle, war, blood, stabby, McStabby, blood, stabby, McStabby, blood, stabby, McStabby. The first time watching it, I felt some of the transitions were kind of weird, but when I watched it the second time, it just made a lot more sense. And it's if you're being bombarded with a straight 50-minute battle scene nonstop, it gets kind of not overwhelming, but it's okay, all these people are dying. What next? Kind of just an overload, I guess. But seeing it the second time, when they go from the battle at Winterfell to Dany and Johnny, or cut to some other little side story thing that was going on. It made a lot more sense the second time around for me, just my opinion. And my prediction in the previous video that I had made, I guess I was like way off. I thought a lot of insanity and bad shit was going to happen in the crypts, or that there was going to be like a spy there, either Varys working like was. I'm probably getting like way ahead of myself, but thinking like Varys probably had some spies there, and he's probably like in cahoots with Cersei or something, or Qyburn. Because in the older seasons, that's all Varys really gives a shit about. I don't think he really. The unique thing about Varys, um, in comparison to all the other characters, is like Varys doesn't. I don't think he's fully like 100% invested in a certain person. I think he's more just about, as he said it before in the earlier seasons, about serving the realm and the Iron Throne, and I guess what he feels is, or who he feels should be the one sitting on the Iron Throne. The only person I could really think of that Varys has like a close relationship with is Tyrion. Other than that, speaking of the show, of course, I'm not talking about the books or none of that shit. But just strictly speaking from the HBO show standpoint, I feel Varys he doesn't have that weakness in being attached or in love with someone. It's his moral and his code that comes first, and then he kind of plays the Game of Thrones. So I'm thinking he's gonna piss a lot of people off, like towards the end of the season. That's just my gut feeling. Like he's gonna piss a lot of fans off because he's gonna like turn and he's gonna go back to King's Landing with Cersei. That's another thing. Going forward, now that the battle's over, and I really hope they don't pull like a wait, you thought all the white workers were dead, but wait, bro, there's more. Like, I really hope. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. But I hope they don't go down that route. Like, yeah, killed the Night King. The undead are fucking ashes now. So now it's just humanity versus humanity. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. So yeah, going forward, it's like, are the people at Winterfell, Snow, Daenerys, Arya, Sansa, Tyrion's there for now, the Hound and all that. Are they gonna go? Like, are they gonna pack up and go to King's Landing and try to, God knows what, meet up with Cersei, or is it gonna be the other way around? And I was just kind of just popped into my head right now. It's like, so yeah, are the people that are there in Winterfell after the episode finished, are they going to go to King's Landing, or was that Cersei's plan all along, and she knows the best time to hit them is after they've had this long ass fucking battle? Like, is that part of her plan? Like, now now that all the shit's over with, she's gonna hit them when they're most vulnerable, when they're weak, when they're still recovering. And is Cersei gonna send her army to Winterfell, and they're gonna have kind of like a round two, not a round two that it's gonna be as an epic battle proportions as the Long Night, but I just mean it in the sense of, was that Cersei's plan all along? Is hitting them at their weakest point? They're tired. They just had this fucking long ass battle, at night, the Long Night, da 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 da. So is she kind of like smart enough to know that and hit them when they're at their most vulnerable, or are the people at Winterfell going to go to King's Landing? So that should be interesting. I don't know. There's 3 episodes left. I think they have now that they got the now that the Night King's dead. And like the bat, I feel now that the Night King's dead. I think 3 episodes is a lot of time for them to wrap it up and finish the story. However they decided to finish the story, but should be interesting. Should be interesting. I'll touch on this and then I'll probably end the video. I might be here another 10 minutes or another 5 minutes. I have no idea. But anyway. So, of course, today everyone or me, all I've been seeing on fucking Twitter all day is Arya's been my favorite character since day one, bro. Since day one, dog. Arya's been my fave since day one, essay. I've been seeing it like everywhere. And dude, I love Arya. I mean, Arya's fucking Batman. She's the best. I love Arya. She's the best. But I'm torn. I'm half and half. Not the fact that she killed the Night King, that it was her that was badass. I'm still torn half and half, kind of how it went down, or how it was like presented. Like, I know there's a fucking epic, scores and musics and all this kind of crazy shit and slow motion shots going on while there's that feeling of, okay, everyone's gonna just fucking die right now. Like it was setting it up as, the Red Wedding part 2 or whatever you want to call it. It was being set up that way of, just the slow melancholy score and just the piano in the background and just the music and it kind of being like felt like fucking like, I don't know, like 16th century like funeral music or something. But anyway, it's just the way it went down of like her being held by the throat by the Night King, right? She's being suspended in the air, like if she's about to get chokeslammed. And then she kind of like drops the dagger, and the Night King's like derp, and he stares at the blade. She catches it with the other hand and stabs him. And in that moment, I don't know. I really didn't know who got stabbed, whether it was Arya or the Night King. I'm pretty sure that's what they were going for. But yeah, I'm still kind of torn between that. Not that Arya is the one that killed the Night King, but just how it was presented to my human eyes. Just in my opinion, it just felt. It's like, was it overkill? Was it too much? Like, I mean, because it's the Night King, right? It's the Night fucking King, and they've kind of built up the White Walkers since day one, episode 1. And there's always been this aura, this mystique around them, and I just felt like, I didn't hate it, not knocking on it. Again, I love the fact that it was Arya. It's just, I guess it's just her being suspended in the air, like she's about to get chokeslammed by the Undertaker. That I guess that's like a small, minuscule, tiny, itty bitty, tiny, like little gripe, and it's nothing, and it's not like that ruined the whole fucking episode for me. That's not what I'm saying, but it's just like I'm still 50-50 on it. Like, were those 10 seconds? Like, was it overkill? I don't know. Was it too much? Because this is another thing. Like, I was thinking about it. It's like, in episode 3, The Long Night, there's a scene maybe two-thirds of the way into the episode, or 3/4 into the episode, around there, where Daenerys is on her dragon, and she says Dracarys, and she blows like, just, the dragon just blows like a shit ton of fucking fire at the Night King after he falls off the White Walker dragon. And she's just blowing all this fire at the Night King, right? And just like for like a good 10-15 seconds, or maybe 20 seconds, I'm not too sure. But after the dragon's done just throwing all that fire at the Night King, and then the fire kind of clears, and the Night King's just standing there like, ha ha ha, fire don't do shit to me, ho. Like, I feel if that little scene wasn't in the episode, then the way it was presented and how Arya killed the Night King, then I probably would have been crying and bitching and a lot more moany that it did feel like overkill. Because it's like, it's Night fucking King, right? Ooh. He's the Lucifer of the White Walkers. And did he really do much in the episode? I mean, I'm not expecting him to like be doing cartwheels and fucking, fighting like he's, the Mountain, or fucking, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I've been going on for way longer than I thought I would, but that's always the case, isn't it? So yeah, like I said, if that scene isn't there where the Night King's just being like bombarded by flames for 20 seconds, when Dany's on her dragon, if that scene like never makes it into the episode, then I feel like the Night King went out pretty quick. Like he was in a fucking, like he was kind of like in a jobber match or like a squash match, and there's all this like hype and mystique around it, and then he just gets like jackknifed off a fucking cell, and then he's just dead. It's just like, that's it. Like that's kind of how it felt, to me. I don't know. But I do like that it was Arya, though, who saved the day. That was badass. I just felt like the Night King just got jackknifed off the Hell in a Cell, and he just lost in 10 seconds. Not really. I mean, he's in the episode, he's flying on a dragon, he falls off the dragon, you're like, wait, is he dead? He's still alive. He gets bombarded by Daenerys and her dragon with open flames, you're like, wait, is he dead? And he's still alive. I get it, but I don't know. Then again, you know what? Then again, if Arya and the Night King would have had like a fucking 10-minute battle scene of them like, kind of like, I'm trying to remember his name. I don't know why I went blank. You raped her, you killed her, you murdered her children. The guy pretty much who gets his head crushed in like a grape by the Mountain. Oberyn Tyrell. That's who I was thinking about. So yeah. Then again, if Arya and the Night King had like an Oberyn versus the Mountain fight scene, I guess that I would have been bitching more about that, because it's like, I think that would have been a little too corny. Like, I don't know, like seeing the Night King and Arya fight for 10 minutes on screen, like that would have been overkill. That would have been corny. So I don't know why I'm like 50-50 on it. Just again, not that it was Arya, but just the way it was presented. She's being like suspended in the air, about to get like in a chokehold with one hand. And it was just like, it would have been cool if like Bran like distracts the, like, say he has her suspended by with one hand in the air, choking Arya, and then Bran somehow, whatever, he wargs into something or just whatever, and he distracts the Night King, and the Night King's kind of like, wait, what the fuck? And then Arya stabs him. Like, I thought that would have, maybe that, like, it was a half and half between Bran and Arya, and they kind of both took out the Night King because it's the Night King. And yes, I understand that Bran is the one that gave Arya that dagger, so there's that in there. I get it, but yeah. Anyway, it was an amazing episode. It didn't disappoint. These next 3 episodes going forward should be interesting. I'll end it with this. If I had to pick A or B, either the Winterfell Buttercream Gang going to King's Landing, or Cersei having the wits to know to hit them and attack them at their weakest, when they're most vulnerable, when they just had a fucking battle. I'd choose. I'd choose second option. That's just me. Who even knows how this is gonna unfold and end? Now that the White Walkers are officially gone and the Night King's dead, so these next 3 episodes should be still a lot of time for them to wrap it up. And I feel it is going to be a bit fast paced, but that's just the way it's got to be. Just the way it's got to be. Anyway, if you made it through 22 minutes of me rambling incoherently about Game of Thrones, The Long Night, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all motherfuckers in the next video. Deuce.